Jai Hind, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Okay. Who is ready?
Sir,
Sir
I'm
Rahul.
ready.
Rahul is ready. Okay, we'll start with Rahul. Sanjivani, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Rahul.
Okay. Good morning, friends. Today I am going to talk about the one more important point is hydroponics. First of all, hydroponics is the type of horticulture and the subset of hydroculture. It is nothing but a way to grow a plant using a formulated nutrients on the rich water instead of soil, which allow the plants to grow above the water while the root go down into the water solution. Coming toward the history and the origin of hydroponic track back to the ancient city of Babylon is the where the present Iraq is located. The Hanging Garden of Babylon is one of the seven wonders is an ancient world. It is the first one example of the soilless growth of plant. Plant commonly grow hydroponically on an inert media included peppers, tomatoes, cucumber, then cannabis, etc. Generally, in our home, we can see the money plant is also the one of the example of hydroponics. There are two main techniques which will be included in that uh, sub irrigation and irrigation. For all the techniques, mostly hydroponics reservoir are now built on the plastic, but the other material have been also used in that concrete, glass, and wood. The container should exclude the light to prevent the algae and fungi growth the nutrient solution. Hydroponics contains a very less and adequate water as compared to other agricultural systems. It requires less space growth and faster growth than soil. There are also some disadvantages in that. Then first one is the expensive to set up. You can install the indoor and outdoor also compared to the traditional system, but this system is more expensive as compared to the others. Then second one is the required constant monitoring and maintenance. Then waterborne diseases also happens in that system. There are also some types of that. First one is the wicking, then drip water culture, NFT, nutrient film technique, and the drip system also. The nutrient film technique is one of the important is the it means a shallow stream of water containing all the dissolved nutrients required for the plant growth. The proper design of a NFT with the flow rate,
Last 30
channel
seconds.
length, and the right slope. The main advantages of NFT system is over other form of hydroponics. There are roots are exposed with the adequate oxygen and the water nutrients. And also this is the one more important as for agricultural sector. This is the new system is also. So lastly, I want to conclude that it is a better technique to grow the plant, but it is expensive in nature. But we can see the other angle. There are necessary to build a conveyance system and also helpful for the
Time up.
agricultural sector also. Thank you.
Good, Rahul. Hydroponics is a new technique or it is getting reinvented, polished, and people will be using it, especially urban areas may resort to such kind of new technique of agriculture. And let's see how it spreads because a lot of work has to be done in this. The cost factor, yes, presently it is little costly. The model which was hit in Rajasthan, IITians had done it on a 500 square feet rooftop, and thereafter it was gaining prominence. Good morning, Dubey Saab. Okay, you take card number 66.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hydroponics, a lot to learn from this new field. Uh, there are few agriculture students from Maratha hostel. They will know uh, much better on this because a lot of research is going on in this field. Sanjeevani, ready or
Yes,
away?
sir.
Yes, okay, start. Rahul, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Sanjeevani.
Okay. Good morning to all. Today my lecture topic is role of women in armed forces. Women have been revered in India since time of immemorable in the form of goddess Shakti, Durga, Kali, etc. The goddess are worshipped for their powers giving capability. Worldwide, also women with power to fight and destroy evil are worshipped like the Greek goddess Anthena, the Roman Dina, etc. But the role of women in combat force is the matter of debate today. Women have crossed various milestones in all aspects of life. They are also activity coming forward. The large number of join the defense service in India, earlier they would serve only for the limited time periods after joining the service through short service commission recommend. In 2020, women's the Supreme Court asked army to open the doors of permanent commission to women in all non-combat streams. It had a similar debate about the possibility of women participating in combat roles, including as a leader of in futures. Then women's in uniform. Women's have been a part of army medical corps in 1958. Since 1992, they belong to the including in other branches, but only a short service commission. But they are not it allowed as a combat in the parachute regiment in Indian Army, Indian Infantry Armed Forces, Armed Force and armed force groups. Meanwhile, in 2019, government has started recommend women in the crops of military police, which is responsible for the security of military establishment. Indian armed forces inducted women in both combat and support roles. However, also women's first service in the medical department. However, in 1994, women joins the Indian Air Force as a pilot in support roles. Then Gunjan Saxena and
Last
Sri
30 seconds.
Rajans were among the first to fly the combat zone during the Kargil War. In 2015, the Indian Air Force woman opened new combat role for women as a fighter pilot, adding to their roles as a helicopter pilot in Indian Air Force. Then Indian Navy has also decision of prominent first woman in armed forces up to the three-star officer.
Time up.
Then the top courts of then Supreme Court in September told the union government the woman aspiring to join the armed forces should be allowed to take the NDA entrance exam in November 2021. Then lastly, I want to conclude that the daughters of our country as the skip other fighter in aircrafts. For showing exploring course in Indian Air Force. In Indian Air Force, they the and the women themselves have to ready to accept the women to can play the to can play the role of to the role of then argument that Indian society is not ready to see women in a body are misleading. They show not to encourage to still women in the combat roles. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Sanjivani, time management, little bit sentence formation, and use of word then. After a long time again, it is coming up a little more in numbers. Avoid using then word when you are joining two sentences. So it is earlier I had pointed it out, but after a long time again it cropped up. So focus on that. Role of women in armed forces. Yes, this empowerment of women in armed forces is slowly increasing. It has come up to a great level. Permanent commission is opened. Earlier it was only short service commission. New arms and services are opening up. Fighter pilot stream is opened. So a lot of things have improved in this sector and long way to go. Especially after we had first woman defense minister, things are looking pretty good. Okay, good. NDA entry is opened, so things are really improved, and it was also needed to go slow on this because of our socio-economic background of troops and nature of work in the armed forces. Yet, the combat arms of Indian Army will open up in near future. Let's hope for that. Okay, who is next?
So, Abhaya.
Abhaya. Okay, Sanjivani, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Abhaya.
So, good morning, everyone. My today's lecture topic is knowledge is a power. Knowledge means understanding of something, such as facts, information, description, and skills. It is a source of power to man. It is a source of power to man, and this discussed him to the creator of the disquestioned him to other creator of the universe. So man physically weaker than many animals. For he cannot see as far as an angle or nor carry heavy loads as some animals. Nevertheless, he is the most powerful creator on earth. This power basically come to him from knowledge, not for physical strength. Knowledge the power means that man has education and complete control on his life by using strength of knowledge. The ability to acquire knowledge, preserve and praise it on the future generation makes man powerful. It enables him to control the force of natural and use them to benefits. This power of this power of knowledge, if used visually, can bring the happiness to mankind. Knowledge leads to find some respect to the consequently power. Basically, knowledge does not always come with power. The knowledge is state of awareness for understanding and learning of specific information about something, and it gain the experience or study. The means of the person has resource to express his vibes dynamically and make intelligent decisions based on the everyday situations, awareness and understanding. This doesn't make a man powerful. A man is said to be powerful when he uses knowledge to mobilize the right direction. When man has ability or capability to act and perform efficiently with a knowledge with the gain power. So, benefits of knowledge is important to shape our personality and perfect our behavior and dealing with the people. Knowledge, honest thinking skills, and knowledge is necessary in order to be able to formal and opinion develop a line of thought. A person get power to analyze and assert situation by his knowledge. Knowledge helps man to face advisor and stay stable and stay balanced. It is key to remove darkness of ignorance. Knowledge helps to enhance more options to provisional
Last
carried
30
of the
seconds.
individuals. And education and knowledge together can provide a better governance to the countries. Knowledge helps to boosting confidence in our individuals. So, education is the key of success, and this is a statement hold to being knowledgeable can be lead to successful life. Knowledge will never diminish like any physical entities. In fact, of evolution of civilization in our society has happened due to the increasing and knowledge basis of the humans.
Time up.
So, lastly, I just want to say, knowledge gives ability to survive and prosper in our world. This is freedom, and without freedom, we cannot have a true power. So, more knowledgeable and able to make decision as well as make decision based on the logical and ethical basis on which want to make decision. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Knowledge is empowerment. Knowledge is very essential because it gives meaning to life. Otherwise, when we assume ourselves an intelligent species, so knowledge is one distinguishing factor which is actually helping us to prove our intelligence. Renuka, you take card 21.
So I have one question, sir,
Yes, yes.
about this knowledge on. So can we add some one point about unemployment basis of knowledge and skills?
How you want to say? Give one statement.
So because of the peoples are getting only degrees, they not study proper because of the lockdown online, and they bunk some study and
Okay.
I mean classes and all. They want just degrees. They
Yes, got
don't.
it.
They just
Got it.
don't want to knowledge and
So
so this
in this,
basis.
you can add an angle of quality of education. Is it really practically applicable, or it is just merely a theoretical knowledge? So from that perspective, you can say knowledge which is useful, which can be implemented, which can be utilized, and not merely a theoretical degree. Okay, from that perspective you must say, because that is very relevant point in today's context. Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
very relevant point. Okay, who is ready? Dubey Saab?
So I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will take Ganesh and then Dubey Saab. Abhaya, keep time.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Okay. So the topic for my today's lecture is reverse brain drain. So if we talk about the topic, firstly we can see that the topic is being bifurcated into two parts. First is reverse, second is brain drain. So if we talk about brain drain, basically the definition of brain drain is the migration of skilled people from their origin country to the other country, and there are many causes to it. If we see the causes for it, we can see the people are moving from their origin country to abroad through better job opportunities they are getting there. They are getting a better environment there. Now if we talk about the real part, the complete part, reverse brain drain, it means that the highly skilled people coming back to their original origin country. So there are various reasons to it too. We see there are visa issues, their own desires, and in the current context we can see that pandemic is making them come back to their origin country. In all over the world we can see there are topics which are causing reverse brain drain. These can be racism, hate, reforms in like labor reforms, immigration policies leading to reverse brain drain. So the main crux of this is, do brain drain increase deficit of talent and economy and growth? Yes, brain drain do increase the deficit of talent, economy and growth. So what a government can do to increase the reverse brain drain? The government can provide a better environment. They can set up innovative ideas. They can encourage the youth, the entrepreneurs of a country to grow more in educate manner. Now, if we talk about in context with India, we can see that India is growing up in an adequate manner. India is setting up global business. We have Make in India initiative. We have global summits in various states. We have done privatization, which is increasing reverse brain drain. We have Atal missions. These are the various things which government has made up in the current context. As now we can talk about the world, we have seen that the most important country which is growing in reverse brain drain is Israel. If we see in context with Israel, a part of Israel's GDP is given for innovation. It attracts everyone for research and development. Israel has opened a global market for everyone. They have a policy. Everyone can come there. They can do the research and development there. They can grow the innovative part. They can be entrepreneur in Israel. So Israel is open for everyone, and thus due to this Israel has become the Silicon Valley of Middle
Last
East.
30
So
seconds.
what India can do? So India should provide a better environment for the people who are highly skilled people who are working in abroad, with necessary tech labs and every other facility, a good psychological environment. Rather than going into politics, India should set up global Indian indigenous hubs and technical labs so that highly skilled people can come back to India, onto their original place and work here. Thank you.
Okay, Ganesh, good topic. Reverse brain drain. Earlier we used to take topic as brain drain only, but if you see, especially when things are changing worldwide, when Donald Trump was there, who was announcing America first policy, or in Europe we had seen Brexit phenomena, then 2008 economic recession all over world was again a turning point, because in that period only India was sustaining reasonably well, and the economic recession was felt all around globe, and we were not that affected. Yes, affected, but things were pretty well. Another issue is the infrastructure development. Earlier, why brain drain was happening? Because those scholars, PhD holders, or some really intelligent and qualified people were not finding adequate employment opportunity or getting justice to their capabilities, and that is why people had moved out. And if statistics to be believed, more than 3 crore people are scattered from Indian origin. So that is a good thing because it helps our economy, it helps our culture, because our culture is spread. It helps indirectly in many issues actually, because our presence all over world is also required. People should know what Indian culture is, what is the Indian diaspora, how they are uh, representing our country, because that is brand ambassadorship. We see of late when Prime Minister had gone abroad and conducted few events which were famous, and it proved that how much Indian presence is there across the globe. These are important things, but reverse brain drain is good or bad, that is debatable. But yes, it is clear indication that India is on a very very good path, and that is why people are feeling to come back. Of course, there are some social issues, some attacks here and there on foreign students, and this is not a good thing to happen. That the world level bonhomie is getting worse. That is not good. So, if that is the reason, then it is definitely not good, especially in Australia and some of the countries where Indian origin people or Asian origin people were attacked. That is not good. If fear is the reason, then not good. If the infrastructure is the reason, then it is good. Okay. Dubey Saab, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ganesh, keep time.
Yes, you can start, sir.
Okay, so thank you. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. Everyone want to live in peace and harmony. As India is having the policy of Vasudev Kutumbakam, we are doing well on that. But there are some neighbors who are not doing well with us. They are utilizing it in different manner. Yes, friends, in next 2 to 3 minutes, I would like to tell you about China as the biggest threat for India. Friends, why China is the biggest threat? Because we have seen that there is an unsettled border with the countries like China, Pakistan, and thereafter with Nepal also. And another thing is that whenever we are discussing about China, China is having an expansion policy. If you will see, then in each and every sector they wanted to enhance their territory. Like they have also poses that they are having more in the South China Sea, and thereafter they are encircling India from all sides. Like there is a string of pulse, there is a one belt one road initiative. They have initiated that, and by which in one belt one road initiative they have taken our territory. Like Pakistan has occupied Kashmir, and they are utilizing it. That is not good. And another thing is that they are also posing a lot of threat on us by having a good global market, because they are providing all the items in a cheaper rate, because they are having that type of resources. And another thing is that they are also providing us threat by the cyber threat. Like they are having a lot of applications, and by that application they are secure, they are taking, or they are taking our data. And by taking data they are definitely having that type of security threat on our country. And thereafter they are also posing threat of terrorism. Like in northeastern state, we have seen that there is a lot of no, terrorist activities are going on that are supported by the China. And when we are discussing about Pakistan, they are always supporting the Pakistan against us. And whenever there is whenever we went for the permanent seat in the Security Council, they are also opposing it. They are always propagating that Pakistan should get the permanent seat in the Security Council. That is also one of the factors. And thereafter they are also nowadays they are deploying a lot of defense forces on the borders, and they are also making a lot of infrastructure on the borders, like airport. They have made a lot of airport. They have also made a lot of villages, new villages they have created, and smart villages. And thereafter they are also claiming that 15 of our villages they have given that a new map of them. And thereafter they are saying that it is in our territory. So they are posing threat again and again.
Last
And
30 seconds.
thereafter, what is the way forward, friends? We can make a good relation with the Asian countries, as we earlier have a look east policy, but recently we have to act east policy, and thereafter we have to ban Chinese app, like earlier our government has done. But there is a lot of applications are also available. We have to ban that all, and thereafter we can impose more tax on the Chinese goods, and we have to strengthen our security system. We have to enhance our infrastructure at the borders, and thereafter we have to think that how to encircle China with having a
Exactly.
good relation with all the countries, and thereafter we have to fulfill our promises with the other countries on time. Like we have done Chabar port. It took a long time to be completed. That is also one of the reason. And another thing is that we have to look for the international north south transport corridor, so that we can also tackle one bolt one road initiative in that. So at the end, I want to conclude that yes, China is the biggest threat, but we can definitely counter it by having a good policies. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, good Dubey Saab. Yes, China is beyond doubt our enemy number one now. And who is the reason? China. Because their expansionism policy, their ambitious project, whether it is China Pakistan Economic Corridor or One Belt, One Road initiative, they are very, very ambitious on this and uncompromising. In the bargain, they are troubling their neighboring countries. We are their prominent neighbor, and that is how things are getting bitter. We are not having cordial relations, especially after abrogation of Article 370. Their projects through illegally occupied Kashmir, which is our part, and we are likely to reclaim it very shortly. And that is how they could anticipate that threat. And Galwan misadventure happened. And yes, corporate competition is there. That is also one of the reason. Secondly, they want to be close with Pakistan. That angle always adds on to the problems. US, China, two countries are in confrontation, and in between, yes, that is also another angle for us to be in very, very tougher situation, because US is getting closer to us, and which is annoying China. Okay, many things. Very, very interesting phase at the world level as far as international relations goes, because earlier it was US versus Russia. Today also that scenario was emerging, and things are settling now at as far as Ukraine goes. But here China is actually a problematic zone for entire world because of its policies and unreliable behavior. At times it is unpredictable. So that is the biggest problem with China. All other countries will at least give some indication, give some statement, at least have some kind of transparency, but China is not at all transparent. Media is very, very restricted. These are the bigger problems with China. Okay, Tejas ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dubey sab keep time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tejas, you may start.
Good morning, everyone. Today, my topic for lecturate is co-education. Education in any society plays an important role in upliftment of that particular society. If you see the education system or the education existed in India in the earlier times, we encouraged only the male community of our society to have participation in the academics and the educational sectors. Later on, when the Britishers came, that time also in the earlier period, we encouraged only male candidates to go in the schools and the institutions set up by Britishers to have access to the education. Uh, After that, after some years of gap, the women were also encouraged, but then the women were kept away, and there were separate institutions which separated subjects also. But later on, when our reformers like Jyotiba Phule, Pandita Ramabai, who worked on this issue, they brought up the very issue of co-education in our society. And from that time, we started understanding the value of co-education and how it is very important that women should have equal kind of a treatment in particularly education. So, co-education basically means the two genders learning under a same roof and having same sort of subjects for for their academical uh, studies. If you see the various advantages of co-education, so the very basic advantage is that co-education saves our cost in building up of different institutions, and also secondly, if you see, it brings up and curbs down the social disparity between the two gender. It promotes the respect and relationship between the two gender, and also it changes our narratives, especially the narrative of male community looking towards the female community. It provides equal opportunity for both the genders to nurture in the future progress. If you see various problems exist in our today's society, we uh, have 70 years of independence. Still, in our society, there is a problem of patriarchal society. So, this mindset could be curbed down with the help of co-education. Also, we see always there are suppression of women in our society. There are various problems like there are various heinous crimes committed from the male community of rape, murder, or abuse to the women. So this can be changed with the co-education. I think in today's current era, co-education has brought in a lot of development, and it has not been a challenge that much. And we have been always promoting so that there should be equality in both the genders. So in the end, I feel co-education should be promoted as it has been and should be stressed upon, so that we
Time
should
up.
achieve participation of both the genders in our roadmap to success. Thank you.
Yes, co-education is actually very essential when we talk about women empowerment, because unless and until both the gender starts working together, there will not be equality, understanding of each other's problem. And when we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, we are yet not at the stage where we can really claim that women empowerment is satisfactory. It is yet to take that stage. And after 75 years, we are not satisfied with this progress. So, how can we materialize our ambitious dreams? So, very essential foundation, the concept of co-education, which has got a lot of implications on ground, because then only things will improve. Society will gear up for faster pace of development when the both the wheels in terms of gender starts rolling fast. That is very important. Good, Tejas, nicely covered. Who is there? Couple of members joined. We will hurry up. Renuka, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Tejas, keep time.
Yes, Anuka, you can start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So, for today, my lecture topic is water scarcity. It is a topic which does not need a much introduction, as we all know that our Earth covers 70, that Earth's 71% holds is water resources, out of which 96% is the ocean water, and out of which 3% is the fresh water, or the water that can be used for the drinkable and usable purposes of the human life. But still, we are struggling with a major issue, and the issue that never gets resolved and always on the highlight spot is the water scarcity. So we all know that India, as we all, according to a index, water scarcity index, India was ranked 13th most one of the 13th most water stressed country, and as it can be seen that India is agricultural prone country as well. So that's why it impacts country more in most area. There are various reasons for this crisis. Like first of all is the monsoon dependence. There is a huge monsoon dependence in our country for most of its work, like agriculture and other things. There's also uneven distribution of water and rainfall pattern. As we all know, the part in Meghalaya experiences the largest monsoonal rainfall in whole world, but still India is somewhere deficient in water resources. There's a highly increasing demand nowadays for the water, as it is a continuous need and is used for and is a major and important need for everyone. The urbanization has also been a factor for the water scarcity, as most of the people are coming from rural to urban areas. The deficiency of water in urban areas is related to limited number of water resources available. There's over exploitation of water as well, because we all know that the green revolution not in India has now spread to all over India, and hence the groundwater resources has been fully overexploited and depleted, and are not in current use as of now. Shifting to cash crops for the farmers, the water to profit ratio, which also consumes an enormous quantity of water, is also one of the factors which is leading towards the water scarcity issue. So, as these were the some of the areas or the reasons why the water scarcity is happening, there are various areas how could it impact on our country or the world. Like the economic growth is the major thing that
Seconds.
is being reported is affected by the water scarcity. There could be agriculture crisis, drinking water scarcity, and many more impacts of these. So to tackle these, there are many schemes also that have been taken by the government to contain this. As we all know, we have sixth goal of sustainable development goals as clean water and sanitation. We also have now the government has also have included the right to fresh water in the Constitution of India. Hence, it makes the major issue and major
Time up.
fundamental right for any individual. As we all know that, and for concluding, India is not a water deficient country, but due to severe neglect of neglection of monitoring of water resources, countries experiences this kind of water level stress. Therefore, balancing water demands with the availability of it may help the future generations to tackle with it more in a more efficient way. Thank you.
Good, Renuka. Covered very well. It's very contradicting factor that we are having so much of water around us, but we are not able to manage it well. So it is not really water scarcity, but it is the management issue of water, which is requiring a lot of attention. Renuka has brought out a lot of statistics, and the issues were rightly projected. How India need to look forward, because if we want to really prosper, our agriculture is backbone, and agriculture really revolves around water. So when we faced COVID, we realized the importance of oxygen when there was abundant oxygen around us. But what went wrong? We were not ready actually when it comes to human survival. We took it granted that things are pretty well. So maybe sometime in future, if we are so negligent the way we are moving forward, a time may come people will die of water, because drinkable water is really a cause of concern. Agriculture, yes, that is still a secondary thing, but when it comes to basic drinkable water, that will be a big concern. Okay, Renuka has covered it well. Who is ready now? Gurjant Saab?
So, ready.
Okay, Renuka, keep time.
Yes, sir. You may start, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. Availability of mineral resources provides the major support to economy of any country. India has found many mineral deposits in mountain and riverine sector of northeastern, northwestern, and southwestern part of the state. So, friends, next 2 to 3 minutes we are going to discuss about mineral resources in India. So, mineral resources is a concentration or occurrence of minerals in or on the surface of earth. So, some major mineral resources India has found in our northeastern part in Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, and Chhattisgarh. They are very good and use iron ore resources, coal and magnesium. In our southwestern part in Karnataka, Goa, Tamil Nadu, there are also many resources of iron ore and coal. In northwestern part, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Himalaya belt, there are lead, tin, and tungsten resources. So these mineral resources are very important for our country to boost economy and providing the mineral materialistic
necessity to development. Some of advantage. The mineral sources fulfill the material necessity to development. It provides the rare earth minerals for our manufacturing, and as we get coal, it is a reliable energy sources which provides electricity on low cost. And also with the extractions work on mineral resources is providing the employment and revenue growth our country. And also there are some issue with the extraction of these mineral resources. First issue is displacement of people whose people are living in these sites. So due to extraction and mining, they are facing the problem of displacement from this area, and also use of land for extraction of mineral resources. In these mines, we have also witnessed some of human rights violation issues and illegal mining issues. And also due to extraction or mining, there are some environmental issues like pollutions, as we are witness in Makrana in Rajasthan and Karnataka. Due to marble work, there are very big hole in the surface of earth. So this type of environmental issue
Last
is
30
also
seconds.
water pollutions in the Damodar rivers and loss of local heritage. So to overcome this, some of way forwards, we need to work on expedition of clearance of process to use of reliable mineral resources. And we should make a strict policies to curb the illegal mining. And also, we should provide the transparency in allocation of blocks and contract for mining or extraction of the mineral resources.
Time.
Rehabilitation work should be made by the NGOs and government also. And high technology should be used for the extraction so that the pollution can be controlled, the environmental can be saved. So, in lastly, I can conclude my topic with this point. Mineral resources are good for development of our country, but for extraction, we should work on include of technologies, and by reliable sources of sustainable steps we can adopt in very well manner. Thank you.
Good, Gurjant Saab, very well covered. A lot of aspects very nicely brought out. It's God's grace that we have enough mineral resources. But what about our practices? What about our expertise and the corruption associated with it? Illegal mining is a serious problem in India. Wherever there is an opportunity, people find out ways and means to do corruption. We wonder how to tackle it. It's very, very serious actually. And it has been provided by Mother Nature, and we are not able to manage it well, utilize it well. That is a tragedy. We really need to focus on it. Okay, let me see what Tejas is saying. We are seeing young ones getting born as handicap. Also, women are not having pregnancy in the area of. Yes, these are issues because we need to have proper means and procedures in place. Technology will help us to overcome such kind of shortcomings, human health issues, and some kind of, because that is how this corruption is a problem. When there is a corruption, these things are ignored. Even child labors are used. People are not utilizing proper skills and technology because it is unaccounted, not on records. Things are very, very pathetic on this front. Okay, good. Who is ready? Let me see. Kumar. Kumar is not responding. Ravi?
Sir, Ravi is here. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Kumar is just listening. Ravi, go ahead. Gurjant Saab, keep time.
So,
Okay.
Ravi, you may start.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to say why we joined this Juice Academy platform because of we realize the value importance of English. So today is my topic. Today I want to speak on the this topic, importance of English. Nobody can deny the importance of English language in the present time. As global language, it is clear that English language has become more dominant around the world. In some countries, it is used as the mother tongue, and in other countries, it is taught as a second language in their school. This makes English widespread. In addition, it is used for communication between people around the world, as well as it is the language of modern times. On the other hand, English is the language of science and technology. There is no doubt that the English is a language of communication between the people with different cultures. It is also the language of computer that help to communicate with the people around the world through internet technology and emails. Without the English language, we cannot do anything on the internet. We can share our ideas, opinions, thoughts with the entire world through the internet with the use of the English language. In the sector of education, English language also plays a major role. People who study abroad use the English language as a means of communication and learning. The lack of English language skill makes everyone in the world today unstable for education. Lastly, English is the global language and it is used in every book and is the primary language for higher level studies. It's over, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good, Ravi. Nice to see that everyone has got his or her own aim. But let me tell my aim. Who is remaining so that I can see how much time I can take 2 3 minutes. I think no one is remaining.
Sir, I'm
Vivek is there, sir.
Vivek is there. Okay, I will take only one is remaining. So we are comfortable. I will give you a hypothetical example. What is
Yes,
my
sir.
aim? You may be having your respective aims for timing. Yes, that is how life is. Today, Ravi may be having for timing English improvement as an aim. Communication skill can be an aim. Personality development can be an aim for someone. Someone may have defense services as an aim. But let's take an hypothetical example. One of the student, suppose X, from this platform becomes army officer and becomes general, living very honorable life and busy in serving the nation, doing good for himself and doing basic duties of armed forces. There is another student Y, he joins or she joins central services, suppose civil services, becomes IAS, IPS, something. Then there is third student Z, becomes a clerical cadre person, does well. One more person does business and does well. Suppose A person, X, Y, Z, A. X is a person who is in armed forces, living life and serving the country, but building his own life, busy with the frontiers of the nation. Y is a person who is in civil services, but after 35 years, we see that person's name in corruption. Z is a person who is a clerk. He is having very good family happiness wife, kids, living reasonably standard life, somehow managing finances, parents are with him or her, and having a good social index, living very honest life. And Z is a person who is businessman, earn lot of money, can donate some fund for suppose this platform. But I come to know, or we come to know, that there is some illegal things. He is not good citizen. Let me summarize. My best student, if at all I have to give award or thank myself, okay, I could produce a good product or a good guide to become a good citizen, will be the clerk. That clerk will be my best student because that person is living life in a complete sense. So I hope you are getting little bit hint what is the aim of this platform. The hidden aim is you all should become a cultured human being, a civilized person, an honest person, upright, and understands the life in complete sense. I am telling you, I think except those who are married like Gurjant Sahab or Dubey Sahab, others will not understand what I am saying. Tomorrow, once you get married, it is not easy life in today's scenario. You have to develop lot of qualities to understand how to really live like a human being. It is not about getting career. Of course, today your only concern is personality development and getting some job. And I am with you, trying to assist in whatever way. But life is much beyond that. And that is how we see most of the settled persons at great jobs feeling scattered, hanging themselves or committing suicides, not feeling really proud despite the fact that they are on top of world in terms of their position. So a lot of things are there. So when Ravi is saying about English communication, yes, he's right. This is time being. These are phases where your aims are getting materialized. You are getting success in English standard improvement, personality development, communication skills, knowledge enhancement, and you are becoming a good person. But in the bargain, my larger aim is try and understand life's essence from our Indian culture point of view. Because if at all there is something to carry forward from our own backyard, that is our civilized and very ideal culture. Let's carry forward it. We are adopting a foreign language, English, for the sake of materialistic world, for the sake of better communication in the outer society. But life is much beyond that. I hope I have not confused you all.
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir. No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
It's clear.
Okay. uh, I think couple of students have joined. Vivek, go ahead. Ravi, keep time.
Okay, sir. No problem. Vivek, you may start now. Vivek.
Okay, there seems communication problem. Omkar, ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
audible, sir.
Okay, sir. Omkar, you may start.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ravi, sir. Good morning, sir, and
Welcome.
my dear friend. Yesterday, I was communicating with my friend Ram, who is live in village. He told he is asked me, then in the vegetables in farm and the grains in farm, I can sell in the international level. So I am search on that and send him. Yes, you can send by the international trading. You can sell your vegetables and grains and products
in the international market. Yes, friends. Today's my lecture topic is international trade. The exchange of goods among the people, state, and country is referred as a trade. The trade between the two countries is an international trade. It may take through a sea, air, land route, and any of the other routes we can use for the sale the products. We can receive the foreign currencies by the selling of the our products in the international level. Resources may man-made or natural in between the countries. The advancement of international trade of a country is an index to its economic prosperity to the country. The balance of trade country is the difference between the export and import. When the value of export exceeded the value of import is called the favorable balance of the trade. The in India we can export agriculture and allied products 9.9%, ore and minerals 4%, and gems and jewelry 14.47%, petrol products like coal 16.8%. We also import some things like petroleum and petroleum products 28.6%, pearls and precious stone we import 9.4%, chemicals 5.2%, coal, coke and other things 2.7%. Exchange of commodities and goods have been also the exchange of information and knowledge. This is also our IT sectors are made. We we develop the IT hub in India, and we send our intelligence by the programming to the all over the world. India enlarges the software giant at the international level and earning foreign exchange through the exchange of information and technology. This is this is the very good pride to say that IT sector is all over the world spread like Infosys, Infosys, TCS, and other many companies. Wipro, Accenture are exchanging their information technology through the IT sector. Eh, Now, lastly, I want to conclude that the international trade is a good trade to develop our country and ourselves by the trading in international level. We gain the
Time is over.
foreign currencies, and it's produce very much profit to ourselves. Thank you.
Okay, good, Omkar. Covered it well. A lot of aspects of international trade brought out. The trade dimensions are really changing. Earlier, it used to be limited segments where trade was happening. Today, it is a lot of innovative sectors we find trades are happening. It is just not fruits or vegetables or some kind of materials. It is going beyond that. Earlier, it used to be oil or maybe gold or something like that. Today, even data is traded, and a lot of things are innovative. A lot of things are not even talked. Today, we are talking about cryptocurrency. It is also a trade now. Okay, we will not take much time. Vivek, last speaker. Oh, no, Amruta is also there.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
okay, we'll hurry up. Okay, Omkar, keep time. Vivek, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, Vivek, you can start now.
Mm, Thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you and everyone present here. Good morning, sir. Today, my lecture topic is very simple and effective also. So, I'm talking about the newspaper. At the time of before independence, there is no digital revolution. Because of that, famous leader at that time, like Lokmanya Tilak and Mahatma Gandhi, had released the newspaper, or we can call them drawn newspaper that called Kesari and Maratha by Lokmanya Tilak and Harijan by Mahatma Gandhi. Uh, at that time, the spreading the news and we can call them independence movement. The message spreading is a very important at that time. So the newspaper is a very effective weapon, because that the sharing of the thoughts thoughts of the independence, how they can utilize them and arrange them in a meetings or that message spreading, so that the communication is done with the help of the newspaper at the before the independence. So today, the scenario is the newspaper having covered the most of the digital news and so many advertisements there. Uh, the main aim of the newspaper is that spreading awareness to the society or the people who are not aware what is the happening with the states, country, and the other countries also. So the medium is changing under the name of the digitalization. So that is the thinkable. Now to moving towards my conclusion is we should look back while moving the forward and use effectively what we have or we can achieve them. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Newspaper are very prominent in its effectivity, because people were fearing that newspaper will lose its sanctity once the digital world was developing. But we are not seeing its effect to that extent. We are seeing that newspaper circulation is not getting reduced. It is there. It is holding its prominence in the people's mind because it has got tremendous power. People, when they read newspaper, there is a lot of advantages, and that is a good habit, because if you see news channels, you are getting the news, but still it is not meeting the aim of or a test of a reader. So it is holding on its position. Print media, people thought that it will get vanished, but it has not yet. So it is holding on. That is a great sign. Okay, Amruta, last speaker. We'll hurry up. Vivek,
Yes,
take
sir.
time.
Yes, sir. Amruta ma'am, you can start now.
Yeah, thank you. Today's my lecture topic is plastic. Plastic. Should we ban plastic? Plastic bags are a major cause of environmental pollution. Plastic as a substance is a non-biodegradable, and thus plastic remains in the environment for thousands and hundreds of years, polluting it immensely. It has become very essential to ban plastic bags before they run our planet completely. Many countries around the globe have either put a ban on the plastic bag or a levy tax on it. However, the problem hasn't been solved completely because the implementation of these measures hasn't been as successful. Here are some there are some of the problems caused by plastic bags, and they are like non-biodegradable plastics are the disposing of the plastics is the biggest challenge here. Then they are destroying nature due to their harmful effect. Plastic bags have become the main cause of land pollution today. The plastic bags entering into the water bodies are a major cause of water pollution. Hence, we can conclude that these are deterior, deteriorating, sorry, deteriorating our environment in every possible way. Plastic is not just polluting our mother earth water, it is also polluting our air, because when we burn plastic, its smoke is really harmful for every living being. Animals and marine creatures unknowingly consume plastic. We see our cows, which we worship as a lord, they are eating foods from our dustbins, and with this food waste, they are also consuming plastic bags. Animals and marine creatures unknowingly consume plastics particles along with their food. Research shows that waste plastic bags
Yes,
have
sir.
a major reason for the ultimate animal deaths. There is a YouTube channel named as a People Farm. They have so many cases of cow coming injured or have stomach pain, and after few days they are died. After the dissection of their stomach, they have found a lots of plastic in them. Same cases are found for the marine life. We have sharks and whale. They have their stomach full of plastic. In
So
the conclusion, I request all of you who are listening to me, please be conscious of using plastic bags, plastic material, which is like tiffin for the schools and colleges. We should go for the steel. That's it. Thank you for listening to me.
Yes, this is what is our aim is to become sensible human beings. Uh, nice, Amrita. Good appeal, well covered.
Thank you, sir.
Plastic or polythene bags is a real problem in front of us. We ourselves are responsible and we will correct ourselves as a humans. There is one more point I would like to add. Blades. Sometime back I had read somewhere uh, human beings, if they throw sharp blades into dustbins, and animals, stray dogs or cows or whichever animal uh, goes to dustbin and tries to eat or find out something, so there is likely to be an injury because these blades, when we utilize and throw it, so while disposing of whatever sharpened things from our house hold, we should be little careful. Firstly, no plastic or polythene use. Secondly, when we dispose of things from the homes, we should be little careful because these innocent animals, they don't know what is going to hit them when they start eating or find out something, so they may get injured. So this is also one very small point yet very important from the human being point of view. We should be concerned about animals around us also. Okay, nice, very healthy interactions today, good topics. We will end here. Have a good day. Bye. Jai Hind.
Jai
Thank you, sir.
Hind, sir.
Jai Hind, sir.
thank you.
Thank you.